Alright, good morning. I'm just waking up, looking at the market. So, actually, I'm not just waking up. I was up like an hour ago, but I wasn't really watching. We dropped here. I saw this drop happen. I saw this pattern, fall through. This is. I'm gonna start showing pictures of the patterns that I see. So, this is I believe, a falling wedge. You see, or descending wedge. Okay, this is not descending wedge. This is a descending triangle. I get these a little mixed up. So you see here, this is a descending triangle. I'm going to tell you the difference in a second. So the thing about a descending triangle, this is very bearish. If buyers don't step in at the bottom, if you see here, it's it's descending, right? The tops are descending, but the bottom is flat. Once we break down, we're most likely bearish. That's what happened here. If you see here, I'm looking at the money right here. It's nice and flat, but the price is descending, right? The price is descending. We came up. We came up to stop everybody out. This is very bearish. We came and then we started to move down, right? Now, once you're trading these patterns, usually whichever breaks out first, whichever uh way it breaks out first is the way it's gonna go into the opposite direction. So you see how it broke upwards first? That's how you know it's gonna go down. I did not see the breakout, so I missed this trade, which I'm fine with. Uh, I'm really mostly looking for a break or a liquidity sweep of this top. There's a lot of liquidity up here. People have their stop losses here. Um, there's liquidity in this area as well. Remember, we're aiming for these two areas, so that's what I'm really searching for. I might go short again if we come back up here and fill one more time. So if we come up fill, I might look for a short here. Sellers are stepping in right here as we speak. If you look on the 1 minute, actually let's look on the. I think it was on the 5. I liked it better. Shoot. Yeah, it's on the 5. So as you can see here, large buying volume, small candle. This means that the buyers are not really in control here, right? They're putting in a lot of effort where they're getting little to no result. Yes, the candle is shot up here, right? The candle is shot up where the body's closing at the top, but the body still has no strength, right? So they don't have a lot of effort in the market, a lot of control of the market. We come back to look at the next candle. Nice big red candle, lower volume than the buying volume, and then we got a lot of result for their effort, right? So the sellers are definitely in control right here. We can keep going down. I'm personally not going short. I'm fine with not taking trades right now. I'm probably done for today, unless I see something perfect. Uh, this is a good trade though. We can paper trade this. Oh, my cat's in the way. Yeah, freaking cats. So we could paper trade this and we can go short here, but I wouldn't really enter here. I want to wait for price to come here, and then maybe we can do like 20 points up from here. So about an 8. What is this? 60. So about an 80. We can do our stop loss there, and then we can aim for another liquidity area, which is like around here, right? We can aim for here, so liquidity here, or area of interest, and that'll be a nice 1 to 3 ratio, which is nice. So yeah. So basically, we're in a seller's market right now, right? I saw we were in a seller's market since here, right? If you can see here, the reason how I know we're in a seller's market, watch this falling star. I'm gonna, like I said, I don't know if I said this already. I'm sorry, I'm so tired, but I'm gonna start showing pictures of the patterns in the video. Falling star. So this is oh, shooting star. Yeah, this is a shooting star, right? Yeah, it's called a shooting star. Sorry, but this is a shooting star. As you can see, uh, green candle, doji candle. Well, this is most likely a hammer or a doji to a red candle, right? This is exactly what this is, right? This is a shooting star pattern, and the reason it's showing a lot of it holds a lot of weight. As you can see, they put in a lot of effort right here, and they got little to no result. And we got a hammer or doji candle. This is mostly a doji. Hammer is when there's no wick on one side of the candle. So on the candle that the bar is on this candle, there's a wick on the bottom of the bar. So this is a doji candle. That's not a hammer. That's a doji. And then they put little to no effort into the selling volume, and they got a lot of result. Little effort, a lot of result. So the sellers have entered here. So this is now a supply zone, right? Supply zone is when people are coming in to sell. The demand zone is when people are coming in to buy. So this is a supply zone. And as you can see, we rejected. We had a rounded top here. Rejected strongly throughout the day. Buyers stepped in here. So you got to understand when buyers are stepping in like this, it's supposed to go down, but buyers are stepping in. They're usually looking for some type of liquidity in the market, right? So liquidity is up here. They're trying to bring in sellers here. That's why I'm not entering right here, but they're trying to bring in sellers here to dump in the market. Yes, this can dump right now. I do not give a fuck. I'm not entering right now. I'm chilling. I'm waiting for liquidity sweep here or liquidity sweep here. Even though this is a large move down, the only way I would enter if price comes right here, and I see that sellers are stepping in right here as well. I'll go in here and I'll put my TP here. I'm not aiming for the bottom, right? That's what I'm definitely doing because then this is already a break of structure. As you see, now we're making lower lows. That's the reason I would want to go here because we will aim for another low, and there's an area of interest right here. So that's the reason for my take profit. The reason for my stop loss is 20 points up. That's what I use for NQ, right? Due to back testing, it usually goes up to 15 to 30 points before getting stopped out. So yeah, that's my reasoning for this trade. Other than that, we're gonna see what happens in the next 20 minutes, and yeah, I'll be back. Anything else do I want to explain? No, not really. I think that's perfect, right? Yeah. Okay. EDIAC.